while the Chicago Bears didn't have very many picks in this year's draft, did they get the right players at those picks, which is the most important thing? On today's episode, me, C-Dub, and Bobby, we're going to break it down, grade the Chicago Bears draft overall, all that and more right after this.
Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got C-Dub, Bobby, and Haize. We all in the building today. Oh, man, it's been a long-ass weekend, fellas. Like, it's been stressful. I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. But we made it through. And the Chicago Bears made it through with what I think is a very solid draft overall, man. We're going to go pick by pick, and I guess we can grade the draft overall as a whole at the end of it. The Bears started off with the number one overall pick in this draft, and they drafted what everybody kind of expected. That was Caleb Williams. How you guys feel about what grade do you give the pick of Caleb Williams?
Oh, obviously, I'm a get a grade an A. Caleb Williams, when you look at the tape and what he's done in college football, he was amazing. When you think of his talent-wise, you think of those like Reggie Bush, those type of talents in college football. Now he's going to bring that type of talent and that the ultimate confidence that this is like A+ confidence coming into the National Football League to our Chicago Bears. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even see himself failing. He never sees himself failing. So I trust in this kid. He's going to come in and do great things. He's set up to be great. There's no quarterback in football history that was set up like this guy. And I think he's going to make use of all the weapons that Ryan Poles and the rest of the Bears staff has supplied to him. This kid is ready to be a superstar in the NFL, and it might come sooner than y'all think.
Man, I'm going with an A+ for the move, just because how it all went down. And like the guy, look, we had our reservations, and we still do. He still got to put it on and show all that talent and let it happen on the field. But if you're just talking to simply about the pick, you get the best quarterback in the draft after your team wasn't even the worst team in the NFL. You get a guy that's coming out here who's going to have every opportunity to showcase his talents. He's talking greasy. Hey, I love it, but you got to back it up. Shout out to Ryan Poles, man. You was able to finesse the Panthers out of a draft. Bruh, it's a great time to be a Chicago Bears fans, I tell you that. So solid grade for Caleb Williams for me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can't give it nothing but an A. At the end of the day, like they went out and got with the number one overall pick a player that could be generational for you. Like the Bears, they need their offense to go in the modern era. We've talked about the shortcomings of the Bears quarterbacks for decades. We're talking about this whole entire time of the franchise. We have not had a quarterback that's thrown for 30 or more touchdowns in our history. We are one of the oldest franchises in the entire NFL. The fact that we don't have a quarterback that's thrown for 30 touchdowns in the history of our franchise, Caleb Williams is coming with all the expectations in the world on him, and for what credit that it's worth, he's also putting those expectations on himself with the way that he talks. It's up to him to live up to it, but you got a guy with the right mindset, with the physical skill and tools. He's going to definitely have some things he needs to work out on overall, but at the end of the day, it's what the Bears needed. And so we'll see. We'll see if he's able to do it, but you got to give it an A+ because it's like you can't do no better. It is what it is. Steve-O, what's going on, brother?
Steve-O.
What up?
Man, you just hit the nail on the head, brother. Like you just hit on the head. It's an A+ for a multitude of things. Not only because you made the pick. A lot of people make this decision but don't put the proper things in place for that thing to succeed. We just seen what the Panthers did, and they're doing it a year late. I will congratulate them on a good draft and a good offseason. But you did risk your quarterback because now you play the mental game because he done seen and witnessed some things that is hard to shake. With this situation coming in, you break it down to the fact that he's not going to deal with most things that most top quarterbacks, number one especially, have to deal with throughout the history of the league. And with that being said, not only you getting him a third wide receiver, you done sure up the line, you done touched on the line in the draft. And then you decided to get everything in all phases around him. It's an A++. Like I've never seen somebody really put somebody in place that had the number 1 pick.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he set him up perfectly, and we'll see, man. He's walking to one of the best, if not the best, situations that quarterback taking number 1 overall has ever come into, because most teams at draft number 1 overall completely suck. And that's not to say the Bears didn't have times where we sucked last year as well, but like Ryan Poles went out and got aggressive. We have a defense that finished well above the season where they started at, and they played most of the season. He's coming into a really great situation, man. And with that, we also drafted a wide receiver number 9 overall in Rome Odunze. How you guys feel about this pick? Who wants to take this one away?
Oh man, Rome Odunze said that it was surreal, and he felt like it was meant to happen. You know, a week prior to the draft, they went out and they had this pitch and catch little event. Him, Caleb, and I think it was DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. And he said it felt like it was a natural mix. It felt like a natural fit. And then a week later, you go up and get a number 1 receiver when you already got 2 number 1 receivers.
Yeah.
This kid is an absolute beast when it comes to the point of attack of the football. He reminds me so much of Michael Irvin. And I know that might sound crazy to people.
Really?
But he go and snatch that ball all hands, and he's snatching it away, dude. It's just a amount of riches the Bears have now at the wide receiver position. I don't think there's really a receiving core in the NFL that can match the total power that we have at that position. This kid adds to that, and I cannot wait to defenses try to cover all 3 of these guys. This is an A+ right here with Roman Odunze.
I'm agree with you again. It's an A+ for this one as well. I think that when you talk about everything on the field, you love to see it. But one of the things that I love even just more, and to go in a line with what the Bears organization is trying to do, now you're getting another high character guy that's up in this building. You're getting a guy that's willing to work his ass off to make sure that he's going to be good in this NFL. I'm hoping that he's around one of those receivers that we can keep around for, 10 plus years. Obviously it's going to be things that, determine that later on. But as of right now, I'm hoping this guy can be here for 10 plus years. And we rooting for these guys to come in and break the curse, change the cycle. And I love everything that the guy you coming out, you working, and even during the draft, you staying. We know he knew that they wasn't really gonna change, the stat for whatever the drill was, but he said that it was a personal goal to make sure that he completed that at a good time. And to me, hey, that's what you love, man. You gotta love these guys that want to go out here and be perfectionists, work on their craft, continually get better. So for me, it's an A+, man. You get to add to this, and now you get to put some fear up in those people around the league when Chicago comes to town, or when you come to Soldier Field, that we ain't seen that in a long time. I'm ready to be a feared team in this NFL. Let's go.
We've never seen.
Bro. Like, I see the stat. I mean, I already knew how wrong was because, as y'all know, I'm an Oregon fan, so I pay attention to everybody in the Pac-12. But I see the stat over the weekend where they broke down every single route normally what wide receivers run, slants, digs, crossing routes. Everything was over 80%. And I'm glad you brought up perfectionist because that's what he is. And the stats show it. He's not just trying to be good at one thing. That's why one of his comps is Michael Irvin, and another comp, Larry Fitzgerald. Yes. What was something Larry Fitzgerald couldn't do? Nothing. He could do everything.
That's right on that.
He could do everything. So the fact that he's a perfectionist, he coming into a perfectionist quarterback, into a perfectionist offensive coordinator, and potentially a perfectionist defense. Hey, it all screams an A+ all around. Like, you did your thing, Pose. Clap. You did your thing, bro.
Yeah, and we've talked about the Bears being in the modern day NFL with the offense, and on top of the moves he made in free agency and bringing these 2 guys in. This is, I've been talking around it. I'm going to say it. This is the most talented wide receiver room we've ever had with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
There's no question about it, and it could be one of the more talented wide receivers. Talking about not just in the division, in the NFL. If as it develops. Now, Keenan Allen, we'll see if he's here long term. But even just looking at if you have a future of Rome Odunze and DJ Moore here, That's
Still.
that's
Solid.
still like exactly like pick
Come
your
on now.
poison. So I love that Rome also is going to come in. He's going to be able to go through the rookie hurdles and learn the offense, things like that, which I haven't. He's one of the smartest, also highest football IQ players in this draft overall. Just as a pure football IQ is, he's one of the highest players in this draft. But he's not going to have a whole hell of a lot of expectations because we're going to spread the ball out. Everybody's going to get an opportunity. You're looking at 5 people and Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet with this wide receiver core that are all going to be catching the ball from Caleb Williams, and you got to throw in the running back as well. Like everybody, that's the thing that's going to make this offense so dangerous. Because listen, if by chance you are able to shut down DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, we got 3 more motherfuckers you're going to have to figure out how to slow down.
And the prior ain't gonna happen.
Exactly. Listen, if you're a defense, you can shut them both down and Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. They must be the number 1 defense in the league. Y'all got the best secondary in the world. Because
and if you just
ahead.
look at how with Shane Waldron, he sit back licking his chops because not only are we gonna be scary to play against, we're gonna be frustrating because you don't know what we're gonna throw at you, especially if you playing under center. You put if you sit out here, just hear me out. I want y'all to think about this. You put Everett out there on the tail end, but you got Keenan at the slot, DJ at the X, Rome at the Z, and Swift in the backfield.
And let me throw something else out there.
It's crazy.
I know I talked about this a lot last season. But what if it happens this year? Swift and Roshan out there in the backfield together with Caleb actually under center and those 3 wide receivers or 2 of the tight ends. Come on, we're literally it's pick your. We're talking about you can draw up so many different offensive schemes. This is gonna be a big test. If Shane Waldron lives up to the hype of how smart of an offensive coach he is, he got all the weapons at his disposal. Bro.
All of
Dude, don't forget lining up Velas in the backfield, bringing him around on the end of the round. Don't forget Tyler Scott,
and that's the scary part.
Defense.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. I think that's really the scary part. I know nobody's talking about Velas and Tyler, but because they're so unknown, there's so many ways you can use them.
Yeah,
and we ain't even talk about Cole Kmet.
It's crazy.
Cole Kmet finna eat.
Coming off a career, because I think at this point people just realize Cole Kmet is about to fucking eat this season for a rookie quarterback. On top of that, if we're talking about just off checkdowns, he's about to feast this season.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say it. He been flirting with top 10, top 5 next season. I'm saying
for sure.
Top 5.
Top 5. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
He been flirting in the top 10 the whole past 2 years. So hey, I'm saying he could be top 5 for real.
Let's get it.
Next pick that we had up in the 3rd round, Kiran Amegadjie. Now, this is a guy who brings tons of potential, has some injury concerns, things like that. But when you look at his tape, when you look at his arm length, when you look at his size, the athleticism, he brings all the physical tools. And you look at also, you're pairing him with Chris Morgan, who was one of the best offensive line. Look at what he turned Braxton Jones into. He's coming into a situation where I'm not saying he's going to be starting or anything like that right away, but I would not be surprised if Kiran ends up turning into a starting tackle for the Chicago Bears team. But they keep the versatility. One thing that Ryan Poles has done this whole offseason with the offensive line, every offensive lineman that we've acquired this offseason can play multiple positions. Kiran being able to play tackle or guard, you're going to be able to get him in there on snaps if he's healthy. Really good pickup here, I feel, for the Chicago Bears. How you guys feeling about Kiran?
Now, Kiran, I understand he's a lifelong Bears fan. A very smart kid, obviously, went to Ivy League, Yale, 3.9 GPA. This kid is a monster. If you look at the tape on it, I looked at a little bit of tape of it. He pancaking a lot of guys over there. You know, you look at the competition over there in the Ivy League and bat your eyes, but you got to play football at the end of the day, and you can only do what you're supposed to do on the football field. He does has the measurables, a big giant of a man, what is he, 663 something, 300 and something. So very interesting. I like the character in the kid. I sit back and listen to him. He has great football character. He's a gentleman dressed up in a nice suit at home looking at the TV. I like what I've seen. He does have the injury problems, but I'm gonna put my trust in Poles and give him a B with this pick right here on the wait and see type of stuff. But the guy shows a lot of character, and he loves to be with the Chicago Bears. So that's a plus for me already. We just got to see a little bit on the field.
Absolutely. I'm going with the same grade, a solid B. There is some injury concerns, but I gotta say this. Ryan Poles, he put it right there for everybody. We gonna incite some competition up on this offensive line. Braxton Jones, I trust you, is what Ryan Poles, I believe, is saying. But he was like, stand on business now, though.
Yeah.
Stand on business now. Like this move right here is like, hey, we could have went and got, one of the more highly rated guys, but this guy is well enough to push Braxton Jones. You gonna stand on business or you gonna relinquish your job? Now is the time, because when you look at the offensive tackle here, I love his base. When he knows how to face the bull rush pretty damn well. Obviously, we mentioned the injury concerns, so you want to hope that he can get right and be ready to go. And he gonna have an opportunity to stand on business. May the best man win.
May the
best man win.
That was a great point.
hand technique already for this young man as well. That's something you can't overlook. And here's what I know: we're talking a lot about Braxton Jones, but I want to throw this wrinkle in here as well. I know we all love Tevin, but Tevin can't stay healthy. They got to get ready to extend Tevin. This also could be some insurance in case some things go left there as well. So
no, you throw that out neither.
Yeah, with him, I give it like an A-, and the reason I give it an A- is once again the versatility. At that size, you're not supposed to be able to move with your feet like that. He got pretty good feet.
Yeah.
And the funny thing it is about him, I don't know if they're gonna try to play him at tackle, even though he is a tackle for the most part. He's really the opposite of our current tackle. The problems that Braxton has, he don't have.
That's why I love nephew point.
If he gets one of the things they have in common is probably he does have hand placement, but his hand technique is good, but his hand placement can use work. Same with Braxton. And I would say maybe just the adjustment to certain pass protections. That's about it. But when it comes to everything Braxton sucks at, he's good at. The only thing that he's probably dropped so far is just because he's injured. And if he get his injury right, I ain't gonna lie, Braxton, you might have a little threat on your hands. Bro.
Better stand on business.
But I do believe they have a high amount of praise and respect for Braxton. So of course he's gonna start it off. But like, hey, if Braxton get hurt.
I want to give him some more props. The kid actually predicted himself coming to the NFL like a year ago.
No, he predicted himself coming to the Bears.
To the Bears.
Just the NFL, the Bears. That's the
Bears.
crazy
He met Matt Eberflus at a golfing event, and he was talking to Matt Eberflus and told him, "You're gonna draft me to your team next year." I'm like, this kid is smart and he's a psychic, so I like him. Bring him to the Bears.
And he built crazy. Like you ain't supposed to have no long ass arms like that.
He is crazy.
He's definitely scratching his kneecaps while standing straight up.
Oh my, he's tying his shoes standing up.
But all right, let's get to the one. I guess if we're gonna call any pick a surprise pick by the Bears this year, would have been an in round 4 pick 122 with Tory Taylor, punter out of Iowa. Legatron is what we're gonna call him. Has already been given that nickname.
I heard that,
Oh, that's crazy. Averaged 48.2 yards per punt last season.
Crazy.
Set a single season punting record on top of that. We already talked a little bit about when we did the video after day 3 for the Bears, but Gil was quietly terrible last season. Quietly terrible. And that's because we had bigger things that we needed to focus on. This is a really good pickup by the Chicago Bears and needed one. And this is Ryan Poles once again looking at the totality of the picture and not just zeroing in on just what like us fans talk about, because we hadn't talked about punter all off season. But what grade do you give this pick for the Bears, man?
Okay. Now let me just get this out the way. Y'all know I don't like talking about no damn
legs in the chat.
But this is a different type of animal right here. Did you see how this guy received his call from the Chicago Bears? And first of all, won't y'all send somebody like Jeff Stryver to call this guy? He was slow at Tory. Do you know we're gonna? He
just woke up when you made that call.
He just woke, bro. They definitely was like, hey man, make this call for us real quick, big bro. Like
I was like, bro, just to hear the phone to Poles. I was like, bro, you could have just called them, bro.
You could just call them, bro. Don't give our first impression of the Chicago Bears that. We ain't sleepy like that, motherfucker. What the fuck? But anyway, this kid is a rock star. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all gonna love him. He's a big, strong kicker. He can kick the ball 60 yards every time, and everybody's going to love him, including the ladies. Y'all gonna love him. Shout out to Tory Taylor.
Bro.
I'm gonna give him an A.
It's in the chat.
I guarantee you we see him around more black women than Caleb Wood. Never mind. Go ahead.
They love the Aussies.
Hey,
He like pancakes. Caleb
I
like
love the
Hey.
Aussies.
this move is an absolute A, bro. It's an absolute A. This man punted the ball over 50 plus yards 40 times last season.
It's crazy, man.
40 times. And pinned the ball within the 20-yard line 35 times. The longest punt this man had punted was 70 yards. He can flip a field.
Yep.
That's what we need, especially if we believe that we got one of the top defenses in the NFL. That punter is just gonna make it even more scarier for the opposing teams because he's going to flip fields. It's gonna be a scary day for people, and the accuracy of the punts are good. Look, I ain't really into hyping up punters, but that was a solid ass move that nobody really paid attention to
From
but a
nowhere.
few people.
No, we hyping this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
About one stat. No, it's one stat I seen. This motherfucker. No, I swear to God, he has the most punting yards in a season, and the stat is more longer than some of these quarterbacks can throw. He punted for 4,479 yards in a season.
That would be
Iowa
the
was
best
bad.
passing season in Chicago Bears history.
Iowa was
Bro.
bad.
Times
Iowa was
two.
really bad.
Times two. So not only that, first of all, when you get on Pat McAfee radar, I already know you good because he don't talk about punters unless you cold.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do you have a monster leg, it's precision. A lot of kickers got legs. Pat O'Donnell had leg, but what he doesn't have? Precision.
Mhm.
This mug got a certain touch that, like you said, to pin it between the 30, what'd you say, 35 times?
Yes, inside the 20,
That's unreal.
35 times.
Inside the 20s, even crazy, bro. Do y'all know the amount of space between the 20 and the end zone?
20
That's
yards.
not easy to do, bro. But no, 20 yards is not like, bro. 20 yards is not easy to place in, bro.
You asked the question.
No, because you know some bugs ain't been on the damn field before.
Hey, there I do know people who failed because they got caught cheating on the open book test. So I mean,
Bro, that's
Bro.
crazy as hell.
I'm
Yeah,
just
watch
saying,
out for
like
that.
that ain't an easy thing to do.
It ain't.
You go try to kick a ball into this man kicking into goddamn garbage cans easy.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
hey,
great.
A plus, because Gil wasn't doing shit. I ain't never seen somebody punt and put it on the damn 45.
You know me, terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And look, and the thing is, and this is the sad part about this, is that this is probably the most hype he's ever gonna get. Because once he starts doing it consistently, people are just gonna expect it. Like we ain't gonna talk about him. Taylor has the potential to be a really, as much as punters can make a difference in the game, he has the potential to make every bit of difference to that from the punter position. So
I think he should thank Iowa University. The
has
University of
Trent
Iowa.
Gill been cut yet? That's what all I'm waiting. Has he been officially cut yet? Why not?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
He'll find out soon.
You finna
Exactly.
get that red tape like you get off Major League. It's coming.
Thank you,
That's hilarious.
Hawkeyes, for sucking like that, bro. Because
Whoa.
pause. Thanks you, Iowa, for being that bad. We appreciate it for
That's a
somebody
no.
to set the record for punting
He
yards.
said no day.
That's fine. No dig. And then the Bears do finally make a trade at the end of this draft. They trade a 2025 fourth round pick, I believe, that they got from the Panthers, if I'm not mistaken, for Austin Booker to trade back into the the fifth round, 140. It's actually our own pick that we traded to Philly, by the way. We should have had this pick any goddamn way. But Austin Booker is somebody who was projected by a lot of mock drafts to go into the third round. So Ryan Poles definitely moved up to get him. He's a guy who has athleticism. He has the length. He's explosive with that. He has some work and some things that he definitely needs to round out on. But I think overall, really inexperienced, only played 505 snaps his whole college football career. And I made a mistake yesterday. He actually didn't start. So last year he played 12 games, didn't start a single game, but still had 12 tackles for loss and 8 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. That's potential. How you guys feeling about this pick?
And that's the perfect word, and the word I'm gonna go in, potential. Both Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles said this guy has a lot of potential, and this is like a project. You know, he has to develop in some aspects as being an edge. The kid, I like him. He has a lot of speed. He has a lot of closing speed on the quarterback. If you see him, he's 1 second in the picture, the next he's destroying your quarterback. When he gets there, he causes havoc. He forces turnovers, forces drop balls, all type of things. It's just going to be how fast he develops in this system with the Chicago Bears. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Just because of that, just because it is a little project that we have, but I'm gonna give it a B minus, and that's just because of Ryan Poles and what he's done for us this offseason. So
I'm giving it a solid B. I think he got a lot of things that you can work with and help strengthen. Obviously, you know, there's still some developmental things that he can get, but some of the things that I absolutely love was the speed. When it's time to rush off the edge, the speed is crazy. He's able to bend around the offensive tackles if they too slow with their hands. He has a number of moves. Like, it's crazy. Like, just to throw some comparisons out there, like kind of what I seen, not saying that he will be these type of players, but if you watch Von Miller and you see him bend around that corner, it's crazy. He's not on Von Miller's level, but the move is there.
It's similar.
That jump chop that everybody was hoping that Yannick Ngakoue can, utilize as his signature move to get more sacks for the Bears. He has that. He has the spin move inside. He got the move. So hopefully the Bears and his coaching staff and Eric Washington, they can get right and bring the best out of him, help him develop. And he might, I don't think that he's going to be a starter right away, but he should be one of those rotational pieces to for Matt Eberflus, right. And then hopefully he can continue to, gain some steam and be a eventual starter one of these days. So a lot of work, a lot of things to work with, some things that you still need to improve in. I'm gonna give it a B for sure.
Hey, I'm right with you. Hey, AC, no Diddy, but I'm sorry, that took me out.
Hey, that's a no. Also, you doing the bending? That's crazy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Can we talk football?
No Diddy. We're 27 minutes in. We doing pretty good.
Right. We all right. But I think it's a B because he's Dominic Robinson, but a hell of a lot better. It's almost the same story. Didn't play much, he switched a position, so it's almost like similar. But the thing with him is, for somebody that didn't play much, the motherfucker got a bevy of rush moves. Like spin offs, he could duck under, rush, swipe hands. Like, you don't normally learn that till you get to the league. And for somebody that haven't been a starter and he has all those type of rush moves already, he's gonna be just coming in because people don't know him. He's gonna instantly get a tackle for loss or a sack just because people don't know him. He's gonna hit him with something crazy like, "Oh, I didn't know he could do that. I don't even know who Buddy is." And then once you start teaching him the technique, he already got the size. He's almost a carbon copy of Dominic. 2'6", 6'6", 250, fast. Move.
Oh, Dominic Robinson's out of there.
But that's what I'm saying. But Dominic, you ain't. Thank you for your services.
Gill can catch the same bus on out of there.
Thank you for your services. You tried and worked. Wish you for your future's endeavors. But this motherfucker coming for your job. I'm just being honest with you.
On me.
He had ample opportunity. I don't feel sorry for him.
He definitely did.
He had
3 years.
Yes. Yeah. They let go
and keep in mind, that rookie year, when he was coming off the bench, he looked every bit like he was going to come in and make some surprises and be ready to go. The moment they traded Quinn, it was like, all right, bet it's time for you to start. He was like, oh.
Oh, bro.
Y'all thought I was like that, huh? He basically did J. Cole after the diss track. He was like, I don't even really want to do all this for real, bro. I didn't even really
it
feel like
wasn't
doing
fitting
all
with my
this.
spirit. It wasn't fitting my spirit right. And they wanted to see blood. They wanted to see blood between us. But I take one on the chin, dog. If you feel like that, I'm sorry. That motherfucker got one sack after that shit, bro.
J. Cole of the Chicago
That motherfucker got
Bears.
one sack after Quinn left.
Damn.
Anyway,
Cole, you can only rectify this if you kill Kanye.
I mean, he kind of did kill Kanye. Yeah,
He did on false prophets back then.
Yeah, it was back then.
That don't count.
But so overall, and then after this we'll get into the undrafted free agents. But overall, grade for the Bears just draft. What grade are you giving it overall?
I'm gonna give it a solid A. I think the key terms is the key words that I'm using, that words in combination I'm used, that they all wanted to be here. Great character kids, and a lot of great talent. So I'm gonna give it an A plus. I'm giving it an A+. Good job, Ryan Poles. Even with those B and B-. A+.
Yeah, I think it's an A+ simply because you getting people that want to be here. You getting people that want to be a part of something, and they all are speaking how the organization needs to speak. Every time Kevin Warren touches a mic, one of the words that he gonna say out his mouth is championship. Ryan Poles is saying it. Matt Eberflus is saying it. Caleb Williams is now saying it. Rome Odunze is now saying it. These young guys, the vets, everybody is speaking a different language that we are not familiar with. And you stacking the deck so hard. So for my spade players, so you can hit a motherfucker. And when you get ready and run a motherfucker off the spades table, because you just yarded them with that ninth book, that last card. Get y'all sorry ass off this table. Say it again. Green Bay, don't let us do it. Minnesota, don't let us do it. Detroit, don't let us do it.
They shaking.
I'm not gonna be able to control myself. Y'all thought the Civil War was crazy? Wait till the monsters of the Midway return. Let's go, baby.
I ain't even worried about the Vikings because y'all finna lose y'all wide receiver because he ain't finna stay with that shit.
Sam Darnold.
I ain't worried about y'all ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all lost y'all best rusher. Y'all running back gone. I don't give a fuck. Y'all tweaking. We finna whoop y'all ass for 10 years. I hope y'all know that.
Let's go.
So y'all can get y'all swoop ass the fuck on because we coming for y'all.
Swoop? You mean skull?
Skull, swoop, whatever the fuck they is.
Hey, listen, hey, bro, A+ for this draft overall. A+ for this draft. Like, and people really doubted Ryan Poles going into this draft with only 4 picks. And I truly think if it wasn't for Booker falling where he fell, he would have just kept it pushing with that as well. But he saw opportunity, made the move. Like Ryan Poles, somebody said it early in the chat. I saw it. Like he literally went in with no spades at all and won you 4 books. That's it. Like,
bro.
Masterful. Great way that he did all of this. And by the way, I lost a lot of respect for J. Cole after I heard that Evie was walking around Cabrini Green with the strap smoking with no protection. That's just it takes a different level of confidence to be able to do something like that. So like you can't stay in a rap battle. I lost a lot of respect. Evie completely changed the rap battle game for me.
Hey, she talking about she was in the hundreds too, not just Cabrini Green.
Hundreds, bro. What?
Bro, she from the I ain't gonna lie. Evie was Airwell, bro. Evie was Airwell. She gave us like 4 locations. I was
let me see Evie walking around the wild hundreds, just chilling, bro. Like that's great.
Up there by Morgan Park and shit.
That's crazy, bro. I didn't go around the hundreds until I was damn near 30 by myself. My uncle always had to be with me. So listen, that's crazy.
Evie definitely was the plug.
My mama.
And she blonde too. You know she's sticking out.
That's funny, bro. That's hilarious,
man. They that motherfucker. That Evie.
Yeah, sure is. Check it out.
Check it out. But now we got to get into the undrafted free agents, man. And the Bears got active once again. I'm going to go kind of in order. I know there's one that, you know what? No, I know everybody's going to want to talk about this one. So we're going to talk about this one first. Keith Randolph from Illinois got signed by the Bears. This was the top defensive lineman undrafted free agent This is a guy who still, even though he went undrafted, still has a lot of potential. Listen, we got an undrafted player right now. One of our starting linebackers was an undrafted rookie. So don't overlook it. I know it's common to think, and usually does go the way that an undrafted free agent, you bring them in, they end up going through training camp. They may make the team, they may not make the team, but we know that Ryan Poles does not he doesn't do anything willy-nilly. So the fact that you got Keith Randolph coming in here, defensive tackle out of Illinois as an undrafted free agent, how you guys feeling about this one, man?
Ryan Poles strikes again. Shout out to Illinois. I always love Illinois. People say Illinois is just trash, and they always go to other teams, nephew. Go to Michigan, and that be their favorite teams and stuff, and you live in Illinois. But anyway, this kid is going to come in and instantly add depth to the Chicago Bears. He was a monster last season. I'm willing to give him a chance to see if he can try to get in that other position on the defensive line, because I know Dexter going to start, but him and Zach, y'all gonna compete for that other spot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's let the best man wins. But I like this pickup. He got a chance to be another son that I'm gonna adopt. Let's see what happens.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This man Poles got some AK in him, because this motherfucker love him and Flus love some tall, long arm bastards, because they keep getting the same type of player. Like, he's a carbon copy of what Flus like. He like tall linemen that can penetrate through the middle, and that's something you can do, especially with him being 6'5", 300 pounds with an 80-inch wingspan.
And the thing that I want to point out is we know Eric Washington. I know we talked a lot about it. That Eric Washington loves versatile, like switching out the defensive line. He loves versatile people. Mm-hmm. Randolph is projected as a 3 tech, but there's an outside chance, depending on how he develops, he can develop as a 5 tech. And if you can get that at an undrafted free agent, I really feel Eric Washington is going to find a way to work him into the rotation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man.
And once again, they gonna constantly get people that's from the city. He played at Bellevue, I believe. So. Yeah. They love people that's from the city.
Yeah, people that grew up as fans, they want to put the city on the map, and it's all right here. I love what I seen out of him. Obviously, there's some reasons why he wasn't drafted, but hey, sometimes undrafted guys can make a name for themselves. So I believe he's gonna have every opportunity to make a name for himself, and it's gonna be up to him. You want to win, or you want to go home? That's just how I look at it right now with these situations. You're going to have I believe they're going to give you every opportunity. What are you going to do about it? So I love to pick up. Now it's in the young man's hands.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Great pickup here out of Illinois. Monster, has all the potential in the world. We'll see what they can develop out of him. I do think that with Eric Washington, if there's something to be developed out of him in the NFL level, Eric Washington and this team is going to get it out of him. And Ryan Poles didn't sign him for no reason. A guy who didn't, has his up and downs. I think he made it all-team Big East at some point. I think it was 2022. I think he did. He was an honorable mention the 2 years after that. This guy's he's a monster. He can play. So that's what it comes down to. Big move in as far as the undrafted rookies. He's actually signed to. We'll see if he ends up making it. But then they also went out and got a quarterback in the undrafted rookies, Austin Reed out of Western Kentucky. Now, the thing with this guy, 52 college games, 51 of those being starts, threw for 15,588 yards, 149 touchdowns, and only 41 interceptions.
Damn. Okay. Oh, this kid, he got a little time.
Oh, and by the way, ran a 4.8 40. Not great, but not terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like Tyson Bagent here. Yeah. And, he's coming in. They just brought the kid in. Take a look at him. Give him a chance. I don't know. Let's see what happens with the kid. He did have a terrific college career over there in Kentucky, Western Kentucky. So let's see what he does in the big leagues with the chance that they're giving him. So it's okay. I like it.
And we've seen those quarterbacks that go to those smaller schools and nobody really pays attention to end up developing nicely in the NFL. And we'll see, right? We got Tyson Bagent here already. We'll see what happens with that. But again, Ryan Poles finding some quality potential depth for. He's probably going to end up being on the practice squad. It's fine, even if it's for a year or two. But listen, he brings in somebody who has shown that they can outright throw the football. That's the thing that matters the most. What do you think, Bobby?
Hold on, before you go, nephew. I know a roach that ain't gonna like this pickup right here. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, he may like it because it's another white man. He really. Well, I think we need to come to the realization that Ghost of Judah is just attracted to white men. He just don't want to admit it, but it's fine. You know, it is what it is there. But go ahead, Bobby.
Hey, I love the pickup, man. Keep the competition coming. That's how I'm looking at all these undrafted guys. A lot of guys got potential. Some could potentially hit. Some could miss. Hey, you keep bringing in some guys that were productive during their collegiate careers and see if you can get something out of them and see if they can be useful. I'm all for it. This guy right here is another guy who's had a lot of success in Western Kentucky. That's how you got to say Kentucky around me. Kentucky.
Oh, with you in Kentucky, nephew.
So solid pickup. And I believe he's a champion too, a D2 champion. So he's a winner. Hey, you can see what he could bring to the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, Badger. I hope you keep your shit on because this motherfucker. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, this motherfucker got
gonna keep Beijing. Like, come on. Like,
I ain't say he gonna keep
towards
Beijing.
Beijing at all.
I ain't say he gonna keep Beijing, but that might be third string.
We'll see. Let the best man
Hey,
win.
this motherfucker threw 48,000 yards in D1 though. It's a difference. I'm just saying.
Moving on. They also signed cornerback Reddy Stewart out of Troy. They signed him to a deal.
Ain't no way that's his real name.
I'll have to look it up while we talking, but that's funny. But listen to this. They gave him a $12.5 thousand signing bonus, which is second behind only Tyson Bagent. So guess what? He's making the team.
Yeah.
He's making
like is ready, set, go. Like that's how it's spelled.
Ready, REDDY.
That's even worse.
Good luck. I'm trying to get this a lot of talent in our secondary. Good luck. Hope you full of hard work. I don't see how you see the field unless you just extraordinary because we young and talented on this secondary. Maybe you can add some depth on this team. Maybe you can be on the practice team or whatever. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm willing to sit back and watch. That's it.
I know we dealt with some injuries last year and we had to call up some practice squad guys. So
absolutely.
I don't know what this young fella is going to be, but I'm with you, C-Dub. Good luck. Because you got a loaded defensive backfield with Stevenson, Terrell Smith, Kyler Gordon. But hey, you might have a shot. You just try to stick around. Hey, with these undrafted stuff, with these situations, a lot of them get let go, and some of them get picked right back up by another team that was like, oh, well, we faced the Bears or we watched the Bears game, and we seen this young player. He can be useful on our team. So even if it don't work out for the Bears, for any of these players, you still got to put good tape out there so you can get snatched up and continue your career in the NFL. So good luck to all these guys.
Yeah, good luck. For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, he did his thing at Troy, finishing with 181 tackles, 42 pass breakups. So like, he was effective. So like, we gonna see what you got in training camp because like you said, there's a lot of people on this DB team that's cold. But hey, iron sharpens iron, so who knows what you can do.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, and there's always a role for some depth there, and it may end up being practice squad. But listen, you give a 12,000 signing bonus to an undrafted rookie, that tells me you probably expect them to make the team in some shape, form.
All right, you acting like they gave this motherfucker 100,000, 12,000. Come on, that
bro, that's the second most for undrafted free agent.
They could be
that's
like
the second most in history. We're not talking about like that's a lot to give to us. It's not. Listen, I'm not saying it's a lot of NFL signing bonus before undrafted.
That's saying like,
but that's
Poe's got that in his pocket.
He like, well, you know you up against it here, man. Go buy yourself something. Go buy yourself
you ain't got to eat no more damn Robin Noodles on us.
That's hilarious. But then, of course, the Bears go after a couple of offensive tackles in this. Theo Bennett out of British Columbia, they signed him to a deal. Also, what's the other one I'm looking at? The other one looks like it was a camp deal. So they signed quite a bit to a camp deal. Center Hayden Gilliam, they signed him to a camp deal as well. This is out of Kansas State, offensive lineman there. It's hard to really get. There's no stats tracking really for offensive linemen. So solid pickups it seems like. But again, Ryan Poles just giving themselves the most opportunity. A lot of these guys are going to be on the practice squad. Noah Adjie out of Weber State, as well as another mini camp invite, not an actual deal, it's a mini camp invite. And Dan Staskowski out of Stonehill. I didn't even know that was a fucking college.
Oh, that sounds like a Chicago name.
Is Bobby frozen?
He better be.
Bobby's there's no way Bobby smiling that hard for some goddamn offensive lineman undrafted rookies, bro. That's crazy. That man was seasoned. He was happy, my boy. He was happy. but that's funny. Outside of that, the Bears also signed Edge. Now my computer's frozen. Yeah. Edge, Jemry Chroma out of James Madison. Don't even know where that is. They also signed
James Madison. The angle lie, they had a great season this year.
Did they?
So he probably did. They was doing their thing this year.
And then Carl Jones, the linebacker out of UCLA, also gets signed as well to actual deals, not just camp invites. So take that for what you will.
Okay. Good.
So, yeah, I mean, listen. Again, this is Ryan Poles trying to see if he can find a diamond in the rough. Is basically what this is, and so. But good moves by Ryan Poles. He's always looking at things outside the box. We'll see what happens there. We also signed running back and kick returner Ian Willer out of Howard.
Let's see.
Howard.
Yeah, I hope he a hell of an athlete because we need it. As long as we ain't got to see Trent ass ain't back there no more, I'm good. Whoever Trent, what was his name? Trent Taylor. That's what his name. The white guy.
Trent Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't think he on the team.
I think he signed with another team already. So
I think
he's not
on the
coming
team.
back. So.
The only thing he could do was catch, but when he called,
that's all we needed at that
guys.
point. For real.
Hey guys, let's put Vela's job on the line. You gonna do both punt and you gonna do kickoffs too. Fuck up. See what happened to you. That's it. It's too much playing with him. Go and put him on the line.
I ain't gonna lie. This ain't the year to fuck up. I ain't gonna lie.
So if you fuck up, you
That's
gone. That's it.
Yeah.
Let him do it, Joe. He got the most talent with the football in his hand when it comes to kick returning. So
I think the favors Vegas a lot.
I ain't gonna lie. I put Pettis back there before I put Vegas.
I'm tired of Pettis. God damn it.
He the best we'd had in recent years.
He is, but it's the best out of a bad situation, though. Like, I get what you're saying. You're not wrong in what you're saying. It's just, listen, I have my hopes for him as well, but at the end of the day, like, I just hope somebody else steps the hell up. Pettis and his receding hairline, bro. His hairline goes back every year, bro.
Hey, Trip, do you recall Pettis even returning a kick? Is it all fair catches? And
no.
I don't even remember him returning a kick.
He returned kicks.
He didn't do kick return. He did more punt returns.
Did he return a kick? Did he return it?
Catch it
without a fair catch and return
it? That's
right.
a good field position.
Oh, by fair catching it?
No, by taking it. What do you mean? Whoa, that sounds crazy.
Get his ass off my
no
team.
Off
my team. I can't
back.
Bro, we can't say shit no more, bro.
Pause traumatic stress disorder. All right, let's get to these super chats before we get up out of here, fellas. We got Quentin in the building. Says, I hope the Bears and Caleb and this offense shove the ball down.
Bro, what is going on today?
Today, bro. Today, the day of the Lord.
Throats because those are the people who booing, bro. You're hurting my eyes, bro. With these spell check is your friend, because they know the Bears are coming. Here's what I'll say: the NFC North, I get it, and we're going into the NFC North, rightfully so. People are going to doubt what we can do in the NFC North, but I tell you what, after the first month of the season, people are going to be waking up. That's all I can say to that.
Let's get it.
So, let's move on to this next one from Bucker in the building. Says the offense will put up points. Buckle up. I mean, yeah, theoretically, we definitely putting up points. Y'all.
Yes, sir.
So I can't wait to see what Shane Waldron gets out of this team, man. Bro. Trav says, I know it's not college, but what do you guys think of the Bears looking at UFL players?
I'm not mad at that. But y'all
either.
really mad at that?
No.
I'm not mad at that.
Hey, it's talent everywhere.
Talent.
I feel like the NFL should embrace it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Embrace that. That can just only help expand the game. Now you pulling players, or you be like, hey, we got a project here. Let's send him on to the UFL, or you know what I'm saying? Work on his game a little bit more, put some more film out there for everybody to see. I think the NFL should embrace the UFL.
And you're right.
And
I know,
and
like,
UFL
baseball
has turned into a really good league. Like, if you just got like it's some quality football being played.
Yeah, it ain't boring.
I think they should adopt it like the baseball and make them like.
That's what I say. It should be a pipeline. It should be a pipeline.
Just come together.
And I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised with because The Rock co-owns that now, right? After the merger,
Yeah.
they merged
Yeah.
the USFL and the XFL merged to the UFL. I would not be surprised if they eventually they get it to a place. They only got 8 teams right now. I think if you can get it to a place of having at least 16 teams at some point, I think that's where you could try to make it a official pipeline to the
Facts.
NFL, which
I
something they
think
may
that'd be
really want
great.
to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But let's move into this next one. This one's from John. Says the wildest stat: Tory Taylor punted more yards last year than the offense gained for Iowa.
That's
That's
crazy.
That's
crazy.
nuts, bro. Is the coach still coaching there?
I mean, hey, who want to come to Iowa? That's another question.
Man, come on, bro. I know that's a good question, but
I
damn.
almost said something, but yeah.
If you live in Iowa full time, I'm just gonna assume you cooking meth. I'm just gonna assume that that's what you're doing. I'm not listening.
You out here eating cannibal sandwiches and shit,
Cannibal sandwiches.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
bro. That's a real
crazy.
thing, bro. That's really a Wisconsin thing. When I found Wisconsin just sound is getting more fucked up and more fucked up. The more I find out more about y'all. Y'all in here eating ground beef sandwiches, raw ground. Y'all fucking nasty.
That is nasty.
That's a sloppy Joe.
don't-
Shit.
No, not cooked.
What?
That motherfucker put onions and pickles on that bitch on rye. They
With
call
just
that cannibal
uncooked
sandwich.
raw
I
beef.
swear to God, they spread that bitch on, put onions on rye.
Boy, that y'all get weirder and weirder about a day. I just swear to God.
On
I'm
me.
disgusted.
Mad cow disease like a motherfucker. Mad cow.
He was Iowa's offense last season. That's from Brendan LJ. Yeah, facts. That just threw me completely off. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm disgusted.
Bro, trust me,
Chicago's
they
about
ate
to
it
be
like
the
it
new
was a
greatest show on
sandwich.
turf. That is a possibility, Antoine. That is definitely a possibility.
We ain't on turf though.
We want our own name.
Right,
bro. I
that's a
feel you.
name
We get
already.
our own name.
Yeah,
bro.
that's the Rams. We need our own thing.
On me. We need our own name for sure.
We ain't copying shit. Yo. This our dynasty. We ain't the Rams. This gonna be
He told
our
me you got
dynasty.
me looking that shit up. I swear to God, that's a real sandwich. I was sick to my stomach where I was like, ain't no way. I thought it was trolling.
Who survived? That's the question. Who's
Bro,
living after
There's
that?
literally the health department puts out every year like stop eating this shit. I understand this is a tradition. Stop eating this
Hey,
shit.
first of all, I need to know how you found that out, bro, because I've never even heard
TikTok.
nothing like that before. Bro.
TikTok.
That
TikTok.
just blew my mind, bro. That's
TikTok.
crazy. Oh, and somebody said that they can't wait. I can't wait to play up with this team with Madden now either.
Oh
Because I
my
tell you
God.
what, hey y'all, hey, you know what we should do? We should when we all, if everybody getting Madden day one, everybody over here getting Madden day
Yeah,
one.
I'm getting that. Yeah, I'm getting that.
Why don't we have a little Madden tournament?
Oh, I'm with that.
Live
lit.
stream that bitch.
It's a lot to prove.
You don't
It's a
play
lot to
Madden,
prove out
Bobby?
here.
I used to. Last time I
You don't
played
play
was
the game.
around Bulls Fest with
Oh,
C
okay.
Dub.
And
Did
it
you beat
ain't
him?
go too well for him neither.
I bust your ass the first game.
It ain't go too well.
All right,
played
man. Any
3
last
games.
thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here, man?
Oh yeah, the one word. I
Hey,
was
see, Buck said it. He said, "Yo, that shit real." I told you. I
Hey,
told you.
That's
Motherfuckers
crazy, man.
nasty.
That's nasty, bro. The one word we've been hearing
That's
all
crazy,
this
bro.
week and all this
I-
weekend is
I-
championship.
I know they eating from the tree of life while they women on their cycle. Then I know they doing that shit, bro. You can't tell me no different. If you eating that, bro, you definitely eating bloody cooch, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. You can't tell me no
Bro.
different, man.
My stomach.
They brave. You got to give them that. They brave.
Why my heart just dropped when you said that? Like what?
Oh, my mama, it did. My
Like
stomach.
it just you talking about feeling uncomfortable. That was
Man, that's
yeah,
crazy.
we gonna do that.
Bro.
It's coming, y'all. We gonna put that together. That's definitely gonna happen. A tournament in Madden.
Oh
gonna
man, I'm gonna win, so it is what it is.
No, you ain't. We gonna get like four chat members. You can get like 4 people from the
We
chat.
can't listen. We can't be inviting everybody. The only people that we can invite, the only people, Jet if he plays, B
Uh-huh.
Mace, Tyrese, and where K2 at? I know K2 got. He light skin. I know he be playing Madden. Those are the
oh, man.
Or I don't know. Maybe we might do. We should do like a little game show. Maybe they gotta win it or something. I don't know. Like a
Oh, you
trivia.
know what we'll do? We got to find a 4th person. So we'll do a tournament with us, right? And then the winner with the tournament between us, we'll do a tournament with listeners of the show, and then the
Yes.
winner of that
Okay,
gets to
that'd be
face the
dope.
winner between us.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's
be
dope.
lit.
That's what-
Oh,
That's
y'all
cool.
know Big Kev
And
gonna
if
be
they
here,
win,
so-
we'll find out something. They win a prize or something. We'll talk about
Big
it.
Kev got to
I'm
ask
not-
for permission to get TV time to play Madden, so we're not gonna put Kev.
I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I can't say about Kev. Kev be playing Call of Duty at 2 in.the morning. Like he
That's what
fucking
Ryan Polo said.
13.
Ain't nobody safe, or anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. That's crazy that you went with that line. All that mediocre shit is out. Justin Fields, Dominique, even Gills got to go. It is what it is.
Why you had to
Expectations are
bring up
raising
the
around.
past,
But Buddy, though, why you
Why
bring
you had to
Buddy
bring up the
for?
past, folks? Damn.
Hey,
We-
we know,
hey,
I,
I
we
think
know
any of us
T-Man,
have brought up
though.
Justin Fields in like 3 weeks. Like they,
I'm
it
trying to
is-
leave it in the past, but I ain't. Nope.
He
let's
rubbing
move
it
on.
in. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
T-Man.
I'm
Y'all
broke.
know T-Man how he was last season.
Yeah,
He rubbing
bastard.
it in a little bit.
All right, y'all, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. We got make sure you follow us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave us any text messages, voicemails, anything like that, 773-242-9336. We're the number one spot where everything Chicago Bears related. We out this bitch. Bear down, y'all.
Bear down.
Peace.
Y'all have to start, fellas.